And now we have an extra special segment, and that's with Small Talk.
Good evening, I'm Kim Akhurst. Welcome to Small Talk. Now, Christa Hughes is not your average cabaret performer. Daughter of a jazz pianist, Christa takes a bit of music, a bit of sex and a heavy dose of satire and creates a very wild and energetic performance. You may also know her as KK Juggy from Machine Gun Fellatio, so please welcome her to Chaos TV. Now, as I just said, your style of cabaret is very unique. It's a bit risque, you know, you've got a combination of nudity, a bit of S&M paraphernalia sometimes, and with songs called Motherfucker on a Motorcycle and Let Me Be Your Dirty Fucking Whore, you know, you're kind of canvassing a whole range of issues there. So what's inspired you to style like this?
I think basically what it stems from is, as a child, I went to a Catholic school.
Say no more.
Yeah. And had a Catholic upbringing where all that was considered no-no. And I remember getting a very thrilling sensation when I went over and visited my grandmother, and she used to be a big fan of the Benny Hill show. And she used to watch, it's very strange how Benny Hill had dirty old men and old women who loved the show. And I watched the Benny Hill show, and I remember watching the ladies running around and being chased and going, oh, there's something naughty going on there, and I don't quite understand it, but I like it. And I've never really got beyond that point. I've got years and years later, I would just basically say that most of my cabaret performance is inspired by the Benny Hill show.
So it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, or you're out there to shock people?
I'd say it's more tongue-in-cheek. Look, I love, there is obviously an element of shock, and I'd say rather than shock, disturbance. I like things for people to have to look twice and scratch their heads a bit. And I wouldn't call it pure shock value, but I'm big on disturbance value. Right. But at the end of the day, I always think it has to be something entertaining and generally something amusing rather than upsetting. But, you know, something memorable. It has to be memorable, whatever it is, whether you like it or not.
How do you think the Australian audience is receiving it? Are they shocked? Are they...
No, generally people really enjoy it. I mean, Machine Gun Fellatio, the work Machine Gun Fellatio, we're doing very well at the moment. It's my rock star T-shirt. I'm not lying. I'm a rock star this week. That'll only last for a couple of more weeks, being the pop industry. But you know, people are responding very well to the Machine Gun Fellatio shows and what I do within that. Obviously, there are some people that don't like it, but you know, you don't go out to please everyone. Unless you're Delta Goodrum or Johnny Farnham or who's a pop idol? The Oz Idol.
The Honor guy, no
whatever.
More of that.
You know what?
No, I know
and I can honestly say this, and everyone will say I'm lying, but I did not watch a single one of those shows.
Hurrah.
Hurrah.
Hurrah. Now, having said that, there was one incident back in 2001 where the Melbourne University Student Union banned Machine Gun Fellatio's show because they deemed it was sexist and that you were perhaps commercialising the female body. So what was your response to that?
Oh, my response, what a load of nonsense, because obviously with the name like Machine Gun Fellatio, a lot of radio stations, it's taken this long for Triple M to touch us, and they generally call us MGF.
Right.
You know, so saying it was commercialisation was complete nonsense, because we were kind of shooting ourselves in the foot by our name alone. My antics were far from what I'd call being a sex object. I mean, when I was doing the nude bits, I generally had these giant Groucho Marx moustaches across my nipples, singing I'm a motherfucker on a motorcycle. It was clearly more of a something more. Yeah, there you see. Yeah, is anyone going for that sexy? I must go home. It's just like, no, that's really stupid. So for anyone to look at a show like that and call it, oh, this is clearly blatant, using the body, you know, female body purely for commercial gains and name for commercial gains, is ludicrous. So, could you hear any of that? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I dropped my microphone. Lucky I've got a loud voice.
Carries. So, I mean, Machine Gun Fellatio, as you say, there's a couple of wild antics going on stage there. Is it as wild off stage as it is on stage?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if only people could see the backstage area before and after the show.
Give us a description.
Well, for starters, I'm meant to be there now, so they're all going to be going, where the hell is KK Juggy? Because we've actually got a show at Selena's this evening.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's just lots of people. For some reason, there's all these extra people, and to this day I'll never understand what goes on. People love backstage areas.
Right.
And last night, so many nights you've been walking through and you feel like, you know those parties you gate crash? And then you realise it's actually your own party. And it's like, hold on, who are all these people in here and why are they drinking my beer? It just gets a bit excited backstage, very noisy. Luckily it's not amplified backstage or we'd all seriously be deaf, but that's probably why I've got such a loud, voice, because it isn't to get over the top of everyone else.
So you've done quite a few single female shows as well. Beer Drinking Woman is one of these. Is there anything kind of on the boil at the moment?
Not right now. I started working on a piece which I'm only halfway through, and I won't talk about it. I don't mean to be mysterious, but I always feel if you discuss it too much you curse it.
Right.
Because I know people who are always talking about these projects and they never happen. You generally term these people as wankers.
Yeah.
So if I start crapping on about this project that I still haven't quite done, is only half-assed away there, I'm going to become one of those wankers.
Yes,
so I don't mean to be that mysterious, but I am working on something right now. It's not quite complete, but I don't want to curse it by chatting too much about it.
I don't want to jinx you either. But there is one thing that you're kind of infamous for. Jean-Paul Gaultier called you the goddess of gargling.
Yes.
So we'd really like a little demo here. We've got one of Australia's finest brews. I know it's a favourite.
Vomit bucket, is that what VB stands for?
I haven't heard that one before. So if you could just give us a bar or two.
Okay, I normally would scull the whole thing, but VB not being my favourite beer and we've only got a limited amount of time, I'll just have a couple of swigs. God, it's so hot in here,
this will cool you down, it's good timing.
Okay. Any particular... I'm going to do La Vie en Rose for you.
Perfect.
Hold on. I don't think a bit more, and then I'll do it.
She's thirsty, it's hot, remember? It's done you well. Your parents must have been very surprised every time you brushed your teeth and they said for you to gargle.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, come on, forget the gargle. You got to go to bed. 8 opera arias later.
It's a great talent. Well, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
As you just said, Machine Gun Fellatio is at Selena's tonight, so finish watching Chaos and then get down there if you're keen to check it out.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll keep tuned for the...
Or we'll just all hang out here and have our own little party here. Fuck the Machine Gun Fellatio show.
Thanks again to Christa Hughes.
Thank you.
This is Small Talk.